So this video will focus on a few aspects of geometry in terms of naming shapes, but primarily we're going to talk about symmetry, and also we're going to talk about diagonals. This is important for the Mathematics homework that has been assigned. So let's first of all start off with diagonals. So diagonals are just when you connect 2 points on any shape that are not already connected. So if you look here, that is the set of diagonals for a square. This here is the set of diagonals for a rectangle. You don't actually have diagonals for a triangle because they're already connected. All 3 points are already connected. So there's no way of drawing across. So, but here, this here is the set of diagonals for a hexagon. So if you notice again, 3, and then for this one here, this is a trapezoid. Again, it's going to look similar to what an actual rectangle looks like. So really it's just connecting the sides that are not already connected, or connecting the points that are not already connected. So again, for a parallelogram, here you go. So that's the first thing I wanted to discuss. Now I wanted to mention also, when we talk about symmetry, what I mean by that. With symmetry, that means if you were to cut something in two and flip it over on top of each other, or fold it, another way of thinking about it is that if you were to fold it, then it would look the same. And what I mean by that is, here, if you were to go ahead and draw a line here and then fold along that line, they would match up perfectly, and you'd end up with a triangle, just one triangle that looks like that, with 2 of them on top there. Because that's what symmetry is. For here, same thing. Some things have more than one line of symmetry, though. And some have no lines of symmetry. Like for this triangle here, there is no way of drawing a line where it would fold, where when you folded it over, then you would end up with exactly the same shape on top. For something like this triangle here, actually there's a lot of lines of symmetry. There's actually 3. So sometimes it just takes a little bit of practice to see. So here, there's one line of symmetry there if you were to fold that half over that half. Then I have another line of symmetry that's going to be the same like there. I have another line of symmetry for here. There tends to be a lot of symmetry in shapes that are regular. For example, here, for this square, we have a line of symmetry down here. We have another one, so that's vertical, and then this is horizontal. And then we actually have a line of symmetry here as well. And then we also have a line of symmetry here. So there's a total of 1, 2, 3, 4 lines of symmetry. For a rectangle, there's only actually 2. For a rectangle that's not a square or a rhombus, there's only 2. So, and you can visualize if you were to fold it over. For a parallelogram, there's one set there, if you were to fold that over, and one set there again. So, but if you were to flip it over like this way, then it would not look the same. Pieces would actually overlap. So that's what I'm getting at. So just visualize again, if you were to fold along this line, the pieces would not match up exactly. For this regular hexagon, there's going to be this piece here. This one has a lot. That's a line of symmetry. That's a line of symmetry. And that's a line of symmetry. Yeah, they are diagonals also. But also you have some other lines of symmetry, so sometimes it takes some practice to see. You got another line there, and then you have another line of symmetry here, and then another line of symmetry right here. So altogether you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lines of symmetry. And so that would be within your regular hexagon. For this trapezoid here, you don't even have one line of symmetry, because there's one line and it's just right there. But you don't have the one that you would think about having here with a rectangle, because if you fold it over, it's not going to match. But certainly it does match if you fold it that way. So that's symmetry, and that's also diagonals. So you should watch this just before you go ahead and do the mathematics assignment. Thanks.